I'm Thomas R. Herman. I'm a judge in the Clermont County Common Pleas Court, and I'm retiring this year, December 31, at the end of my term. After 25 years on the bench, 6 of those years have been recently spent in the Common Pleas Court, and before that I was in the municipal court here in Clermont County for 19 years. I was one of the first judges, 2 of us, Judge Jerry McBride and I, were the first 2 judges in our Clermont County Municipal Court when it was first founded and went into operation in January of 1992. I was a senior in college and getting ready to graduate and interviewing for various jobs, and I had a couple of job offers. A roommate that I was residing with at that time in college had applied to law school. He'd taken the LSAT test, and he was talking about it, and the job offers I had weren't the type of job offers I was really looking for. And so at the last minute I decided to take the LSAT and apply kind of late into law school. And luckily I was accepted into the Chase Law School, and I've really never looked back. From a standpoint of role models, one of my favorite movies of all time was To Kill a Mockingbird, and seeing the role that Gregory Peck played as Atticus Finch certainly does motivate one in whatever profession you choose to go to have integrity and professionalism and compassion, and he certainly embodied all that, and I like to think that perhaps Atticus Finch was somewhat of a motivator for me. After a couple of years of private practice in the late 70s, George Pattison, who was our elected prosecutor in those days, offered me a job, and I quickly took it and really enjoyed working in the prosecutor's office from, I think it was 1980 to 1985. And my family was growing. I have 6 children. My 6th child was born in 1985, and the salaries of assistant prosecutors in those days weren't the type of salary you can raise a family of 6 children on. So I left the prosecutor's office, went into private practice with Stephanie Weiler and Tom Blust and Frank Malott. And at that time I also took a part-time position with our public defender's office here in Clermont County. So I went from the prosecutor's office to private practice with part-time public defender service, which was quite an eye-opener for me and quite a good way to round out one's outlook at the law, having been a prosecutor. So that took me to about 1990 when I left the public defender's office. I'd been working for the Union Township Board of Trustees also. I was their counsel for about 5 years. And when the opening came up and when the legislature approved our Clermont County Municipal Court, Judge McBride had decided to run. He was a county court judge, and no one else had decided to run for the second seat from the Republican Party. And I decided to give it a shot, and I'm glad I did. I was elected in 1991 and took office January 1, 1992. And 19 years later, I ran for the Common Pleas Court when an opening happened there. Judge Bill Walker retired. I decided to run, although I enjoyed very much my time and tenure in the municipal court. I thought the Common Pleas Court obviously would be a new challenge for me and a great way to kind of round out my judicial career, and it's been exactly that, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity I had to serve in that capacity too. I'm proud of all 25 years that I've served. I think I've been well received by the Bar Association, both the defense bar as well as the prosecutor's office. I think of myself as a reasonable man, so I'm proud of that. But I think from a tangible standpoint, I think the thing I'm most proud of is being part of the design team of our new municipal court, working with the late Rob Steinkamp, who was our architect. And that was a wonderful experience, and very proud of the municipal court. It's the structure itself, the efficiency of the building, and how it will serve the community, the Clermont County community, for another 30 years or so. And we also designed it that it would be easy to expand the present footprint of that building in the future if Clermont County continues to grow and need another courtroom, another judge. So from a tangible standpoint, I would have to say I'm most proud of being part of that process. A small part, but nevertheless what I felt to be an important part of that process of building the new municipal court building out on State Route 222. I'll never be bored. There's always a book to read, a movie to watch, a grandchild to take care of. I've yet to learn to play a musical instrument. I've yet to learn how to fly fish. We're going to tour the western states this summer, my wife and I. I'm going to be a visiting judge over in our municipal court starting January of this year until a replacement is named for Judge Tony Brock, who's taking my position in the Common Pleas Court. So at least for the first month, there won't be much change other than I'll be returning back to the municipal court. Other thoughts I have might be for teaching. I've talked to some people at the University of Cincinnati, and I may try that out. I might look into that.